Hey everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Thought it was about time to get out of the house. I don't think I've done a video outside of my house or in front of my house since I've been here in the States. So, nice weather today, so I had a little few errands to run, so I decided to stop by the park and do a video. So I thought I'd finish off the week talking about doing raw vegan lifestyle for different reasons and different reasons, different purposes. Other than when I say the raw vegan lifestyle for different reasons, I'm talking more of the diet here. Now, total respect for the people that do the vegan thing, that they came to it and do it totally for the animals. That's cool. But I'm just talking about from a health perspective here. So the more or less the method of doing raw vegan. And just in my opinion, just my old 2 cents worth. I don't know how much those 2 cents worth are worth in 2015. But sometimes I think we tend to want to lump everything together and think everything is one size fits all on this raw vegan lifestyle, when I think the more I go, I think that's like as far from the truth as it could be. A lot of people, and I think sometimes too, I'm kind of doing this one to clarify my thoughts on the raw vegan lifestyle, because I think sometimes, even though I'm mostly raw vegan, I may come across a little too much not supporting the raw vegan thing or not emphasizing the importance of the raw vegan thing. I totally see the importance of the raw vegan thing as much raw as possible for me. I would say I mostly am a fully raw vegan, just simply because of the fact, like, I just take little brief cooked food vacations when I come to the States, and usually it's fairly clean when I'm doing that. But I got to thinking, like I say, I see this all the time, and we've talked about this before, nitpicking on every single little detail. Now, some people, I understand that 100%. When you've ever had, I've had family, friends that deal with like major gut issues. I've got one friend right now, he's not going to listen, but he's got ulcerative colitis. And he keeps trying to, he'll have a bad flare up. His last one was 3 or 4 months. But he isn't going to get on board. But the point I'm making there is, I've been around people that have major gut problems, whatever, and it's very uncomfortable. So the people out there that are doing raw vegan to heal any sort of malady or health issue, I totally understand that, and like I say, I always try to kind of give a disclaimer in that. But the people that are like, a lot of the people that I listen to that tell me, this is why I have to eat raw, and this is why I have to do this like this, it makes sense. There's people out there, and there's things that, I'm somewhat taking their word on it, because I don't have Lyme's disease, so I haven't looked into what you do when you have Lyme's disease. I don't have an immune disorder, so, I'm not an expert, and I don't know a whole lot about the particularities of how you should eat when you have an immune disorder. Same thing, with the gut. There's several issues, whether it be Crohn's, colitis, or just various issues in the digestive system, that I learn stuff new every day. Like, people will say, well, I ate this. Now, I would think this would be healthy as it could be, but there's certain things that affect certain conditions and certain individuals in a certain way. How many times can you get certain in a sentence? And like I say, for my, so as we're talking about healing or, health issues, for that type of modality, and this is just my opinion on this, is, yeah, I understand being as clean as possible. If I had something wrong with me, I'm kind of the type person, in for a penny, in for a pound. I don't see, like, if I had some major disorder, that I would be half-assing it. Or like, okay, well, I can get away with this. I wouldn't be thinking about anything I could get away with. I would be wanting to laser in and treat that illness or health issue with everything I've got behind me. Now, once again, if you're just, even if you're sick, or even if you have major health disorders, the most important thing coming to this lifestyle is picking a method or having a plan to be successful doing this, because it doesn't matter what you think is the best option, what you know, even if you know this to be the most healthy, if you're not ready and you can't do that yet, then that's going to be a waste of your time. But if I was sick, or if I had something major, if I was in pain, I would be on the fast track. I would be trying to do the most efficient transition and get to the most pure of pure diets as possible. That's just me, you know, for healing. It's like, okay, now this isn't in our world, but like, you know, I know someone with diabetes. They've been struggling with this. They just had an operation for a knee replacement, and you know, basically doctors, the point I'm getting at is, I don't know why this doctor hasn't really been on this person to clean up their diet and lose the weight. You know, basically the way the normal world approaches it is, you take the skin off the chicken and you cut back a little this and you don't eat this, but ha ha ha, and it's just a cursory glance at the diet. No, 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 that's ridiculous to me. Like, if I was ill or in pain, I would be doing probably the most extreme form that I figured would work. Now, on the other hand, the people that are more like me and have a strong constitution, you know, I think I've got a good immune system. Otherwise, my teeth, you know, I would be just falling apart from all the drinking and bad eating I did. My teeth would be coming out because I've never really taken care of myself all that well, and I've held up. So some people have, you know, they start out a little bit better on this path. And there's other people out there, I call us, when I say the healthy people, you know what I mean, right? I'm just kind of saying we don't have, you know, a gut disorder, we don't have an autoimmune, we don't have a Lyme, we don't have something major that we're trying to heal or whatever. So when I see people like me just splitting hairs and spending all their time on this whole raw is law and just maniacally explaining to you why if you eat one bite of cooked food, you know, it's going to shatter you, or, you know, if every little product they have some sort of critique on it, you know, your mileage may vary. For me, I'm in a different phase, you know, that's why I'm saying for different reasons. You know, here's the people over here that are trying to heal. Here's me over here, I'm trying to build. You know, I'm looking to get stronger. I'm looking to get more robust. I kind of went through that phase a few years ago, and I guess, you know, I don't know, I'm on the other side. It was all detox, detox, detox. Sometimes I get tired. Sometimes I just bug out of conversations when, you know, it's like overdoing the detox. Like everything, I'm almost the Buddhist way. I'm in the middle. I don't agree with the people that say detox is bullshit. There's a lot of people out there that say detox is bullshit. Your body is always detoxing. Maybe we're into semantics. I don't know if it's actually I don't know if you want to call it detox, but I know as you're eating cleaner, you are getting more toxins out of your system that you are not going to get out. Your system is not going to get all those toxins out if you're eating a standard American diet. Sorry, I'm not a science guy and I don't buy that. On the other hand, there's people that I network with every day, talk to them online, or, you know, I don't mean like have personal conversations, but just we're in contact through groups, that they're just obsessed with detox. It's always detox, 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 the never-ending detox. And it's these little things like, and hey, somebody will say, look, any of these that I make an example of, there's nothing wrong with them in every situation. I'm just kind of painting a general picture here. When I start seeing, like, you know, it's all about doing a juice feast, a juice fast, eating nothing but grapes for 30 days, or doing this and that, I'm not knocking that for some purposes, but in general, I think I can personally get my body cleaner and detox it without doing these, like, eating one thing. Like, I feel like I'm at my cleanest, and like I say, once again, just going by my body, I feel like I'm at my cleanest when everything's clicking. I mean, I could never, I don't feel like, let's just say, for instance, if I did a juice feast or a juice fast, or just went like on one of these islands and just ate nothing but fruit, I'm sorry, and I'm not going to ever argue greens, but my body, it's like it's not going to that place it needs to go if I'm just doing one thing or if I'm just doing the other. I want the best of it all. Now, when I want to detox, I just like clean it up a little bit. I don't necessarily change drastically. I just say, okay, we're going to lower the fat again, you know, make sure, even like the little distractions that I use from time to time, they're not necessities, and I use them, I don't use them at any time, like the Bragg's aminos or the little bit of the apple cider vinegar, and I'm not using much of them anyway. I've pretty much stopped using the nutritional yeast just because I just don't simply use it. I don't make anything I really need it on anymore, but I'm not afraid to use it. But that's what I'm talking about, you know. If I want to detox, it's just like a lot of fruit, lots of greens, lots of clean salads, a little bit lower fat, and I'm feeling good. I just don't, I think, I don't know, it's just too gimmicky for me. All this stuff about constantly needing to do some little special cleanse and this and that. Just eat good, healthy food. But back to the main topic is, I think you should really look into this. I'm going to finish with this because we're getting over 10 minutes. I've been trying to keep these videos below 10 minutes. I think you just need to figure out and maybe give some thought to that. You know, if you've got some serious health issues, I would look to the highest of the high, and I would look to getting there as quickly as possible. If you don't have major health issues, if you're just coming to this diet because you want to feel better, you want, you know, you just want to improve, but you don't have any real aches and pains, and you're not really that sick, and you're not really needing to lose a lot of weight, I would just try to do my smooth, steady transition and get to that point of just eating clean lifestyle. Don't worry about if you're 100% fully raw. I'm seeing bad decisions. I'm sorry, I'm seeing bad decisions all the time. I'm seeing people choose bad decisions just so they can stay fully raw. And in my opinion, that's nuts. That's nuts. If you want to stay fully raw, stay fully raw. But don't make bad decisions or eat something that's actually not as optimal as something that's not fully raw. Just my 2 cents worth. But I just don't believe that this raw vegan lifestyle is one size fits all. So try to get in touch with your body. You knew I was going to pull that in at some time. Try to get in touch with that body and try to stop mimicking other people's program. Try to come up with your program. There should be as many of us as out there. There should be that many programs because we're all individuals. Anyhow, if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend. If you're doing Halloween, have fun, be safe, and stay out of trouble. Peace.